I want you folks to do something. I want every white person, every person in this room who considers himself or herself a member of the white race to stand. Right now. Right now. Every person in this room who considers himself or herself a member of the white race. Now, remain standing. Now, remain standing. Now, will every person in this room who considers himself or herself a member of the black race please stand? Up, 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 up. And remain standing. Now, the brown race. Anybody who considers himself or herself a member of the brown race. Now, the yellow race. Now, the red race. Now, will look around you, people. Practically everybody's standing. Now, will every person in this room who considers himself or herself a member of the human race please sit down?
And it's literally that simple for the racist individuals. It's simple.
Now, people, you are all members of the same race, the human race, which started with black women between 300,000. Don't interrupt me. I don't have much time. Now, white folks, you don't like it, but all you are is faded blacks. That's the way it is. Every one of you, if you trace your DNA back far enough, you're going to find that some of your DNA came from Africa, because we all have the same ancestor back there, every single one of us. And those of you who think you don't have are obviously from outer space. Now, that means that every one of us is a 30th to 50th cousin to every other person in this room. So I want you to turn to the person on your left or your right or behind or in front of you, stick out your hand and say, "Hi, cousin."
Hi, cousin.
When you really look at it, right, you can't say you're an intellectual human being and you're racist at the same time. It's the dumbest shit in the world. Being racist is the dumbest. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
Now, will every person in this room who considers himself or herself a biracial person stand? Don't you stand. Don't you stand.
People aren't listening. That's the thing. People don't listen.
People, we have to get rid of the language of racism.
Right. That's what I mean.
Words are important, people. Words matter. You have to be careful how you use them, and you have to refuse to tolerate these ugly words being used in your presence. Now, make no mistake about this. I've been described as a teacher. I'm not a teacher. Teachers dispense facts and figures so that they can get their kids ready for the end of school testing. I've been called a trainer. You train dogs and horses and members of the military. I don't train people. I'm an educator. The word educator, I don't want to be interrupted anymore. People, the word educator comes from the root duck deuce, which means lead, the prefix e, which means out, the suffix ate, which means the act of, and the suffix or, which means one who does. An educator is one who is engaged in the act of leading people out of ignorance. Now, in this country, we spend a lot of money on what we call education. It isn't education. It's indoctrination.
Hey, this is the same thing I said in my other previous videos. The indoctrination is crazy, bro.
It takes us 13 years to teach a student, to educate a student, to be ignorant about race, and to support ideas that make this a better country. This is a word for this in my vernacular, since I was raised on a farm, is bullshit. Don't write that down. People, I recognize it when I see it.
Right.
And that's what we're living with right now. If we were in post-racial society, Donosaurus T. Rump would not be in the White House.
See,
He
that's what I'm saying. We need more folks like her that are real, right? Just real.
got elected because white people resented having a black man in the White House for 8 years.
He did a phenomenal job, by the way. Phenomenal.
It's time to face the truth and say the truth, and it's time for women, and all people of color to stop playing defense and defending what they are and go on the offense. We were here first. We don't have to apologize for what we are or for what we do. Now, I know some of you are thinking, boy, is she a bitch? Yes, I am. Now, how many of you women have been called the B word? Look around, fellas. Everybody's heard it. Come up with a new word. Now, how many of you are called that by a male? All right, people, for me, the B word is an acronym for being in total control, honey.
You know what? When she break it down like that and you look at like, listen, I don't use that word at all, except toward like other men, racist men. But other than that, nah, yo, like, she eating right now.
And when women are seen in control, the men around them call her the B word. You need to say, you're right, darling, I am. And then you need to whip out your little Lorena Bobbitt fruit knife. Now, don't do that, because some of these boys are scared to death. Now some of you are thinking, she doesn't like men. Oh, God, do I like men. Oh, Find me one, please, please. Some of my best friends are men. I was married to one for 59 years. When I married him, he looked just like Marlon Brando. He really did. When he died, he looked like Telly Savalas. Lived with me for 59 years. Now, what's your next question? Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, big shouts outs to this creator. I actually don't even know, because this is not his video either. I don't know who. Obviously, this belongs to the university that they're doing this at, the University of Houston. But she just put on a master class of, as I've said many times before, why racism is the dumbest thing in the world. It literally makes no sense. Literally makes no sense. There's one race, the human race. It literally makes no sense, right? I request and ask every single person before you comment on anything, right? And I know the moment you try to comment, there's things like you can't just comment on my stuff. It says you have to da-da-da-da, right? So we had an idiot get into my comment section off of one of my videos, right? And it was in the first video was a black woman responding to the Ashley police officer, Houston, Texas, that just got into all that smoke. And the first thing this dude says, right, obviously, hidden profile, they always do it to where they can't really be held accountable. Like, this is me, you can see me, right? I can be held accountable for the things I say, right? But they do it, where they can throw stones and hide their hands, right? And he said, that first video is the reason why black people will always be second-class citizens. What the fuck? Like, bro, this is the problem right here. So because someone responded passionately, right? You're grouping everyone together based off of one person's reaction, a passionate reaction to a video, and you're saying this is why all black people will be second class. Of course, I responded with some facts, some factual data, and I left it there. Normally, though, I'll delete those kind of comments, right? Because I don't want nobody that's racist to feel like they got a foothold over here on this channel. You don't. I will get your ass gone, right? But if you can articulate your position, I may not agree with it, but I can respect it, all right? She put on a master class of, and she did it very elementary, right? Stand. Hold on. I'm gonna run it back.
I want you folks to do something. I want every person in this room who considers himself or herself a member of the white race to stand.
Right here.
Now.
This is it.
Right now. Every person in this room who considers himself or herself a member of the white race. Now, remain standing. Now, remain standing. Now, will every person...
I don't know what's up with this music either. Like I said...
who considers himself or herself a member of the black race, please stand. Up, 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 up. And remain standing. Now the brown race. Anybody who considers himself or herself a member of the brown race. Now the yellow race. Now the red race. Now, look around you, people. Practically everybody's standing. Now, will every person in this room who considers himself or herself a member of the human race, please sit down.
Everybody sat down. This is what I'm saying about how dumb racism is. This shit is dumb. You again, as I've said before, you cannot tell me that you're an intellectual human being with a conscience, a thought process, morals, any of that, but you're racist at the same time. This shit is the dumbest shit in the world. You can't scream everyone else has a low IQ, but you're racist. It makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense. This big shouts out to Miss Jane Elliott. Thank you to this user. It says TikTok user 536. Right? This is obviously Mrs. Jane Elliott's in the university's video. But let me know what you guys think below, man. Is she right or is she wrong? Right? And don't be racist. Like I said, I will get you up out of here. Stop playing with me on my channel. I'm telling you. Like, comment, share. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.